proceeds of a better deal. We sacrifice all ideals for a moment in life. What can we do to make it right? Hesitation coming around again. Termination of all that we could have been. In a world where no one bothers, it is hard to deliver the truth and ignore the dreams of others, but nothing to lose. We struggle against the odds. God is helping us to make order of this mess. There's a feeling I can't evade that rises when I'm afraid. Will we ever live again? There's so many things that should have been. Hesitation coming around again. Termination of all that we could have been. In a world where no one bothers, it is hard to believe in the truth and ignore the dreams of others, but nothing to lose. Hesitation coming around again. Termination of all that we might have been. In a world of unbelievers, there is no way of getting across to a crowd of true receivers. I think I'm lost. Hesitation coming around again. Termination of all that we could have been. I'm the last man getting lost. It's a feeling that is hard to face. Do we need a second chance? And a new second place. Never stop running, it's a battle in neon lights. And the further we're heading, there is always another fight. Is it something that we need to stay brighter? Is it something that we really need? In this fight, there will only be losers. And this city is too hot for me, so I'm going underground.
Welcome in all, how are we doing? Don't worry, the camera will be off shortly, but welcome to Snetterton. It is Strength of Field races, same time every week, fixed and open, the best of TCR, come out to play 1 day a week, but you know, a lot of them do come in most of the days as well. But this is usually the time where it gets busiest. Get the quickest people in, and if it's anything like all this season has been already, it's a hell of a lot of fun. A hell of a lot of fun. Right, let's get straight in and see who is about. Thank goodness I can't stand that talking mug. Wow! This image is scary AF. You lot are absolutely horrible human beings today. What's got into yous? Scare 'em, BB. Welcome to the Twitch side, welcome to the YouTube side. Hopefully, I have a clip command working now. With this clip command, before you use it, don't just use it sparingly, because this clip command does several things. It puts down a stream marker on the stream. It does a clip of the last 60 seconds. So delay doing your clips just in case something happens straight afterwards. And also it posts it in the Discord as well, so this makes things even easier for me to go and get stuff done for like TikTok and YouTube shorts and Instagram shorts and stuff. So talk about the track image. This image is scary AF. Oh yeah, the track image looks a little bit like a flattened coat hanger. Right, apparently Dan's not got any paints on, but we'll just quickly do that with the livery and hopefully it comes up with something nice and hot. Okay, change from a grey. No, apparently Dan's not wearing a livery. Interesting. I will force Trading Paints to re-download everything, just in case it's something on my side. Okay, is it gonna do anything now? Because I feel that Dan shouldn't have a completely plain car. Let me try and fix this while we are here. Sounds amazing. Yeah, hopefully. So if you don't see anything that is awesome, do the clip command. Like, wait a few seconds, then do a clip command. If it doesn't give you a link afterwards, if it doesn't show a link in the chat showing that it's done a clip, then just do it manually. But you know. Right, there we go. It now shows Dan's car, and on Dan's car you may have just noticed it now. Let's have a look, see if I can get to front chase view. It's the rear chase. There's a QR code on the front of Dan's SRL car. Can I actually get it from here, or do I need to zoom in a little bit? Photo's not working on my phone. What are you doing? There we go. Okay. E-Noise is on stream. Diva. No, so I'm going to have to quickly adjust the front camera, but I want everybody who's into iRacing and TCR to scan the QR code that's on the front of his car. Let's have a quick look. Hopefully we can get a little bit closer in. A little bit lower down. There you go, that should work. Surely. Watch everyone get. If it's a Rickroll video, I am not going to be happy. And there you go, that should give you the invite to the SRL Discord if you have iRacing and you're into TCR and stuff. But so there you go. And they haven't paid me to say this, believe it or not. Hopefully it will still do it from there. Let me just center car a little bit. There we go, beautiful. Look at that. Perfect. Right, Dan Mould in the session, currently the third quickest time. We've got Alok in there as well as Isaac Price above. Apparently it's not showing. I've forgotten to open something else on my side. I'm a completely professional stream. Honest. Promise. There we go, it shows everything now. Also in here we have in an exclusive, so next season I'm still sort of playing around with some of the liveries for the JC Academy cars. Josh right now, one of my good friends in outside of Twitch and stuff, quick synopsis of the clip command and when and how to do it. So you see something, exclamation point clip. wait a couple of seconds because I've got it set to 60 seconds. And I don't know if there's going to be any cooldown on it yet. But what it does is it creates a stream marker for me so that I can go back through the stream on Twitch and find out where it is in case I do need to do a better clip or something like that. Also, it also creates the actual clip as well. I don't know if it gets created by you lot or if it gets created by me, as in I'm the creator of the clip, technically. Remains to be seen. It also puts an alert in the chat and posts the clip on there as well for people to watch it straight away if they want to. Oh, there we go. Right, it's not showing the clip on the stream. Unless it takes a few it might take a few seconds and then it does that. That's not right. And then it puts the clip in Discord as well. It's not going to do that either, is it? It's what happens when you follow... Oh, I'm going to have to... That sucks. That should be working. I'm going to have to quickly fix this. I'm going to go off camera while I fix this so you can watch what's going on in front of you. But anyway, Josh is currently racing one of the new liveries that we're going to release next season. The design is not finalised on it, as well as sponsors. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that that's failed a bit, because... target info. I'm going to put create clip first as the first thing. Create stream marker clip. Twitch message is a target user made a clip. Create clip URL. Okay. We're going to try that instead. Core is the command triggered. Enabled. Yes. Maybe I have to do it. Is it going to work? Drum rolls, do I have a clip command yet? If not, StreamerBot's pretty good. I'll just have to quickly read a tutorial on how to do it off stream. I've got a lot of bot things I want to do. And once again, it's just doing the create clip URL, so it's not working. I will turn that off for a bit and find out why it's not failing. It should have worked, but it didn't, so you're just going to have to do it manually for now, okay? Right, how is everybody anyway? Hope everyone's good, everyone is well. The first race starts in less than 15 minutes. Let's get a closer look at what could potentially be the next livery for the JC Academy team next season. There's a lot going on with that, but I want to try and get a few more sponsors on there, get a few more bits and pieces. Kind of wanted all the cars looking very similar and the same as well. And Jesus, Josh nearly taking somebody out there. Hey Fraser, how are we doing? It's actually, I really like how it's turned out on track. I need that on all my cars ASAP. I haven't decided that that's going to be the actual pattern on the inside, but to be honest, it looks all right. I don't mind it at all. It's just the blending bit, and I've got to move a couple of logos about. I want to put in like a setup shop on there somewhere. Maybe some actual like sim racing shops logos too. Yeah, we'll get it sorted eventually. I am sure of that. Also in the session, let's have a look who else we've got towards the top. It is Jure Lackinen as well, coming back for more. I'm good, you? Yeah, not too bad. It's not quite Friday. Not quite Friday yet, but we're getting closer and closer. By the way, all, we do have another stream coming this week on YouTube and Twitch. I'm actually doing it now in the background, getting it created, because I didn't realize that an Apex League race is on this Thursday. So yeah, I need to actually kind of practice this track. I also need to do my IMPC stream. I need to put my Sim Magic on because I still haven't installed it yet. There's a lot going on. A lot going on. Larkin, good to see you as well. At the moment, we have signed up for the officials, and just quickly going back and forth while it's all loading up. There's 33 already signed up, so that's at least 2 splits. No doubt we're going to get a few more in there. And we have a new leader, by the way. Abe Santima, sorry. I've heard that there are a few aliens on the grid tonight, so that's going to potentially massively boost what the iRating is going to be for the strength of field. Right, internal, and it got gap just there. So Santemo at the moment 4.9k down mold, 6.2. Isaac Price 8.7. And of course JD Rodriguez as well up there with 5.8. So there's some big hitters in there at the moment. That's just in this practice session. Busy man. Yeah, too busy. I'll be honest, I can kind of feel myself slightly burning out. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to manage that. And then I will eventually manage it. Just quickly finish off creating the stream for Thursday. Snetterton 300, ARL Touring Car Britain, so bear me while I quickly do this. Racewave, I don't suppose you can give me the link to Apex's stream for Thursday, if possible? That's why I'll quickly sort all this stuff out. I've only just done the thumbnail before stream as well. Hey, Wishy just joined. Have you seen that Southampton been kicked out the championship final? I haven't seen a thing about it, to be honest. If it's breaking news, I haven't looked at the news in the past 15 minutes. Oh, there's a lot of independent discipline commissioners today expelled Southampton from the Sky Bet Championship playoffs after the club admitted to multiple breaches of EFL regulations related to the unauthorised filming of other clubs' training. In addition, the club has received a 4-point deduction that will be applied to the 2026-27 championship table. The effect of today's order is that Middlesbrough are reinstated into the 2026 playoffs and will proceed to the playoff final against Hull City. The final remains scheduled for Saturday the 23rd of May with the kickoff. That is huge. That is absolutely massive. I've never seen that ruled. It may have happened, I just don't know. Oh my god, that's huge. And 3 hours ago, Southampton announced that their 37,000 ticket allocation for the championship final or playoff was sold out. Oh wow. Check your Discord to get DMs, thank you. That is huge. That's incredible. So for those who are in the know with football, championship playoffs, which is basically the playoff to get promoted to the top division in English football. The playoff finals have been, well, had seemingly been decided which 2 teams it is, but one of the teams have been done for spying on their opponents, which there's certain rules against what you can and can't like spy on or scout, and they've broken the rule, and for the first time that I know of, they've been expelled from getting to the playoff final, which is quite funny because one of their players did a real smart-ass celebration with a pair of binoculars. I don't think he's laughing so much now. That's brilliant. So pictures of the, yeah, it's like the worst hiding of. I've never seen someone so terrible at hiding with a camera in my life. It's brilliant. Okay, right, just quickly, sorry all, I'm just very quickly, we've got 5 minutes left until the first race. I'm just very quickly sorting out my next stream, because I haven't done it properly yet. Let's put out to Snetterton, let's put in 300 and 200 as well, just for views. Okay, Discord DMs, thank you. By the way, we are also live on YouTube, so make sure that you get yourselves over there and putting a thumbs up on the stream. I will love yous forever for it. Forever and a day. Okay, that's done. Monetization is on. It's going to redirect to this video. Next, it's going to be on Thursday. The stream will start at about, say, 6:30. And done. Right, cool. Make a deal. Give me £10 and I'll like the stream. No. Just no. Oh, I'd hate to be a Southampton fan right now. RDJ Ron de Jong is also on the circuit, by the way. There's a few names you will recognise from our Wednesday streams, which I actually have separate buttons now to make it even easier to get yourselves into the right places. On the Twitch side anyway, check the video description below for links to all sorts of weird and wonderful leagues. Right, thank you to the 9 who are watching on the YouTube side. Thank you to the 5 likes that are on there as well. If we can get out to double figures before the first race, that would be absolutely brilliant. Thank you to everyone who's on Twitch watching along as well. Well, we've got Max Andrews up there as well, 5k driver. Was that an SRL number board? It is an SRL number board, so you will find likes of Dan Mould, Andrew, a couple of drivers from our team as well over on the SRL channels on Friday nights. So check all those out as well. And we have 3 minutes left to get yourselves in the session. Double checking a few extra things. Apparently, the quickest lap that we've seen so far for Snetterton, somebody during a race has set a 1:53.9, by the way. Oh no, it's Jaden. Jaden's broke the Honda Civic record for Snetterton. Hell yeah. Thank you, Fraser. There we go, we got a couple of minutes left. Excited for these races. If it's been like anything like it's been last week was fantastic. In fact, a lot of the racing has been really good. Another racing Forces car, so we've got all 3 of them on the field today, it looks like. And on the other side, Daniel Pluckfun. Kinetic are also streaming for any German and English speakers. They are over there, so be sure to find their channel and throw them a subscribe as well. They also have done BSTV and other leagues too. Well, we're going to have 3 splits of action. Brilliant. So hopefully next race will be a little bit more full. Here we go. We have 30 seconds left, so if you're not already signed up for the race, get yourselves in for it. See if we can find any other names on here. We've got Marco in as well. Dan Mold has set a... What are we on here? A 156... 155.26 is the best so far. A note, I know I said about how quick the lap times were in the other race, but the open and fixed both have completely different sets of conditions. Will I drive this week, Jay? I actually forgot to drive Watkins this week. Last week even. Completely forgot. Didn't mean to. I just completely forgot to drive 2 races at Watkins. Yes, I shall be, because I have to do IMPC and I have to do the Apex League as well. So it might be a couple of races on Saturday, as well as the IMPC. Alright then, let's get into it. Let's get ready and steady. Got ads coming in 3 minutes. I'm going to play the ads now. Don't worry, you won't miss anything while all that is going on. If you haven't already, put a thumbs up on the stream. On the YouTube side, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. There's a track guide on there too. And just waiting for the spectating to start. So whilst that's going on, ads will be running. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Welcome everybody to the Snetterton 300 layout. It's week number 10 of the TCR challenge, virtual challenge even. This is the first of the 2 races. It is the fixed. I'm your host JayCaulls. Welcome in. We are live on both Twitch and YouTube, so get those thumbs ups on the YouTube, get following on the Twitch as well, and most importantly, join the TCR cord. If you're watching on Twitch right now, it's just a TCR command. If you're on YouTube, check the video description below to find every single link that you need to do with iRacing TCR. Right, without further ado, let's get ourselves slowly into the session. You lot should know how this works already. Two laps, 8 minutes. You're going to see some, if I hide that just there. You're going to see some names at the bottom of the screen. A green means a personal best. A purple means fastest out of everybody in the session. Some absolutely wild drivers in here now. The strength of field for this race is 4.1k. I'm actually going to turn off the football scores at the top. Not for today, just in case it's especially painful for Arsenal fans when they realise that Man City are still on their tails. Yes, Isaac, who does the Apex setups for TCR, is in the session right now. Currently got the cameras on Dan Mould. We're going to go on board with Dan for the first of the laps. This is a race that could produce some rain, and I know this is very unprofessional right now, but I'm going to do it through this. And there is some rain due, but it's not for any time during this race at all. So it looks like we're getting a dry fixed today. Does kind of look like there was a bit of spray coming up from the back of Dan's car. Let's get onto the drone and see if anything's coming up. It's not. There's nothing worse than going into bomb hole and it's a little bit wet. Let's go get that. Let that one settle for a little bit. Okay, that's settled for a bit. Tough crowd, tough crowd. So let's go through the Snetterton 300, one of the staples of the British Touring Car Championship calendar, as well as British GT as well. Fantastic circuit, absolutely love it. Although I do kind of prefer the 200, but we're going to go down to Riches, going to be hitting that first little bit of the apex, going wide, and then hitting the second, watching out for a little bit of a dip on the inside curb. Going down to Wilson just before the one board, get yourself tucked in tight. You want to late apex that apex. Yep, late apex that apex. Use all the track on the exit and get yourself to the right. Another late entry into turn number 3, Palmer, but keep it to the right hand side after you've settled the car on that exit as well. Then Agostini, once again, late apex. Especially in these front wheel drive cars, you want to give yourself a straight line out of these corners to maximize the front wheel drive. Hamilton is a little lift, a little dip on the brakes, and get yourself over to the left hand side as soon as possible for the very deceptive Oggies. Turn 6 and 7 quite quick just there, and Williams, it's another little lift, a little bit of brake, and slowly apply the throttle whilst using all of the curbing on the exit. Onto the Bentley straight. This is where most of your overtaking opportunities are going to happen, but also if you mess it up here, it's where most of death is going to happen at the same time. You want to get yourself down to the 4th and then 3rd gear, stick to the left hand side to open up the rest of Nelson, and there you go, you've survived it. Now dip a wheel into the bomb hole, get the car through with momentum, and then the Coram carousel. It's just a lot of feathering of throttle, a lot of feathering on brake. Make it work, but keep to the right hand side for Murray's. We want to brake quite heavily for it. Try not to hit that sausage curb if you can help it, and then it's a sprint to the finish. And with that, it's a lap of Snetterton. If you want a more in-depth analysis of the laps, then on my YouTube channel, that's JayCaulls, spelled JayCaulls, you'll find a little bit more of a comprehensive guide, as well as a slow down lap and a wet lap in there as well. Massive thank you again to Chapter X Sim Racing for allowing me to use some of their laps to show you like how to drive around Snetterton. They're giving away a few free setups in the TCR cord at the moment, so it'd be a shame if you don't take advantage of that and use it. Also in this session, he has won quite a few fixes over the last few weeks. It is Gordon Houck, currently running at 6th place. At the moment, we seem to have a Elantra up front with Santima behind, and that's also an Elantra. We've got a small field of Audis all the way up to 8th place, where the 8th place currently taken by Bjorn Adbor right now. Is this open lobby, top split, or a private league? This is the officials. This is top split. So at the moment it is running at 4.1k. The next one afterwards will be broadcasting the top split of the open as well. At the moment, Isaac Price already in the lead by 0.061 of a second over Abe. Currently, 2 purple sectors right now. Isaac right now making their way downtown. Going to that final Coram just there, the carousel. See little tiny taps of brakes, keeping it nice and tight to the right hand side to maximise the exit out of the final corner. No touch of the sausage curb there at all. And then Isaac is going to go over the line, previously a 154.21. This time round, Isaac's going to go across with... It's going to be a much quicker time, isn't it? A 154.2, and nobody, absolutely nobody is coming close to beating that. However, Martin Varga right there, getting a few extra positions. We've got a few more people on the circuit right now, including JD Rodriguez, who always comes out of the pits quite late. So I don't know if JD sees that the track's getting cooler. I mean, there is rain due, but not during the race, so the air could get a little bit cooler, but at the same time the humidity could also go up, which could massively affect the sort of lap that JD is going to be able to do. This will have to be his final lap because we are approaching the 7th minute of qualifying out of 8. Nice projects. TCR deserves more visibility. I agree. I've been doing a lot of TCR broadcasts now for years and years and years. It's nice with the update that we've got so many new people in the series and giving it a go. How many people are driving Chapter X setups? I couldn't tell you right now. But as they're free in the TCR cord, I bet it's quite a few at the moment. For the TCR cord, just look in the video description below. Join the TCR cord, and then there's a section in there called setups, and they post them for all the cars, I think, apart from the Veloster. Probably suffice to say the Veloster's not the most loved car in the world right now this season. Hopefully both Twitch and YouTube is showing up at the bottom, but let's go through the grid for today's Strength of Field fixed race. We've got Isaac Price on pole with Abe Santima in 2nd place. Row 2 has Dan Mould and Larkinen, with row 3 Hauger and Rodriguez. Martin Varga and Daniel Pluckford in 7th and 8th respectively, with Ronald de Jong and Serban Costin in 9th and 10th. Dennis Tichler in 11th with Thomas Batchelor in 12th. Then the final 3, Bjorn Adiba, Chris Wetz and Sydney Hartz. Whew. I hope everyone's good. Everyone is well.
Good luck.
So what do we think? Is it going to be Price all the way? Is Santema going to get the jump on them? Is Dan Mould, who is historically extremely good at battling the faster cars? You know what? If you want to flash on the grid, you lot can flash on the grid. Honestly, flash all you want. I don't care.
Look up.
Let's see how the blimp looks like today, and the blimp looks quite nice, but it is a little bit foggy at the moment, so we might have to chill out on that one. Right, 50 seconds to go for the Strength of Field race, unless the two get onto the grid a bit soon. We've got one space towards the centre left of your screen. Keep an eye on how we'll try our best. That should be everyone now. And there we go, the lights are getting ready, the lights are getting steady. And we are ready to go. And a great start by the front two, but it looks like we are going to be a little bit bunched up for the next couple of corners. Here we go. Rodriguez and Hauger battling it out for 4th and 5th place. Dan Mould with a terrible start. He'll be wanting to try and get a few more places up. He manages to get a foot. Oh, and Dan aggressively getting past JD just there, but gets the move done. Gordon Hauger is in trouble. Dan Mould on the inside, and Dan gets the move done effectively there. Brilliantly done on that second one. The first one, I mean, the gap was there. But it's up to Dan now to try and catch back up with everybody else and get through as quick as possible. And look at that, now JD and Hauger just there, both trading paints. through Hamilton. They're both giving each other enough space though, and this one could get a little bit more aggressive. But I think JD's going to have a quicker outside line there and could get through Williams. And he does, but it's not done yet. This fight is far from over. Let's go on board with RDJ De Jong, and somebody in front is throwing up all sorts of smoke everywhere at the moment. I don't know what's happening there, if it's just that much dirt on the track. And you're going to see quite a few people potentially lose it here, but everybody in the first half of the grid getting their acts together with that. Plenty of fighting going on behind as we go try and get too wide into bomb hole. At the moment, it is Isaac Price at the moment, your race leader, with Abe in second place and Jura Laakkonen in third. Abe is not letting Isaac go if he can help it. Fourth place Dan Mould with JD Rodriguez up in fifth place, but RDJ and Gordon Hauger fighting, and this is RDJ making the move on Gordon, and RDJ gets through. Gordon's going to have a bit more of a better exit, but not enough to get into Wilson and get a move going. So far, Dan Mould losing 3 positions off the start, but managing to claw most of them back. Hauger this time down 2, and RDJ in front of them up 3. Let's, if we can, have a quick look at Dan Mould's start, because it was less than ideal. So let's go on board with Dan Mould as they got themselves ready, and it might be a case where the engine just bogs down a little bit. Well, it wasn't actually that bad of a start, to be honest, but look how much better everybody else's starts were in front. Like, it wasn't a terrible start, everybody else's was just so much better. Right, a lot of fighting going on behind as we go up Bentley Straight. That is central on your stream right now. Chris Wetz chasing down Daniel Pluckman. That is the fight for 12th place at the moment. At the moment, Varga in front as well, but Titular in the racing forces, who Bjorn has a massive run on here, and they're going to go too wide into bomb hole, and both skid. Oh, and there's been some netcode hit there as well. And Wetz is the one who profits the most from the mistake there. We are going to have to go back on that one. Oh, is that used to do the big F1 esports LAN events? Mad see him in the random TCR lobbies. Oh yeah, he does all the setups for TCR now, so. And that was a big mistake just there. Let's have a quick look and see exactly what happened. I think it was this just here. Yeah, see, Daniel got a really good run there, and it was both of them spinning out just there, and the 11 just trying to control the car, and it just ends up taking car number 12 out there. And that's sacrificed the front end of Demis Titular as well. Do get a fast repair, but in a 20-minute race, is there really any point in using it? I highly doubt it. At the moment, Isaac Price in the lead of the fixed strength of field race at Snetterton 300 layout. Currently a 1.1 lead over Abe behind. Abe's going to have a little bit of a run here with the smallest amount of slipstream, but the straight's just not long enough for Santima to really do anything with it. He gains about a tenth and a half, but unless Isaac makes a mistake here, I don't really see how Abe's going to get the rotation into the car and make this work. All week people have been saying this is an Audi track, but at the moment, at this moment in time on the fixed setup, the Elantra in the right hands is leading the way. Further behind, Demis Titular is still struggling to keep all those behind. It seems maybe on the long straights is where he's going to be suffering the most, but right behind that looks like Sydney Hards it is, and Sydney's going to be opening up that corner much more effectively than number 11, And I would not be surprised if Sydney's going to able to get a move done here. He's going to have the outside line. He is already ahead, but it is a very quick, fast corner here. And Sydney's going to take the outside. And I tell you what, Bjorn as well fancies their chances. Is it going to be a late lunge to the inside? Not quite. Oh, very wide line from Sydney though, and that's going to give Bjorn an opportunity to get straight past behind. This battle's going to go straight into the next. No, it's not, because Sydney's going to yield and stick behind, so they can both try and attack Mr. Tischler again. Meanwhile, teammate, oh, we catch him. We got curse of the commentator changing the camera there. And RDJ with a nice little power slide just there, allowing Gordon nearly a window of opportunity to stick a front end in. A nice wide line from RDJ, but I tell you what, Gordon's going to be right on him now. Let's have a quick look at the gearbox to see what he sees behind. Insert Jaws music here. See how much Gordon can gain on Brundle and next corner afterwards. I don't see any front end damage for Gordon. It was suggested in the chat there might be damage for Gordon there, but no, I can't seem to see anything at the moment there. But a very wide line here from RDJ, and that's going to give Gordon a fantastic opportunity now to get the run on the main straight, potentially put a move in. And that's just how close Gordon is at the moment. Whilst everyone else has spread out a little bit, apart from at the top of your screens there. Gordon, if Gordon can get a good run here, it all depends on how much of that off track you're willing to take on the exit. And RDJ De Jong is now, oh, until two slightly different lines there, but I think that may have actually worked out in Vol De Jong's favour. They're both still around the same sort of time apart, but now RDJ cannot afford really to be making any more mistakes. Onto the drone camera at the moment, and number 11, they're both giving each other plenty of space, and we could have a three-way fight into the following tight corner. And you just know Sydney's going to be waiting for an opportunity for these two to make a mistake potentially, or go a little bit slower into a corner, and that could be the run that Sydney needed. Now what does he do here? Does he go for a move, or does he end up pushing one of them? He'd go back into single file. We'll go and see how the likes of Mold, Ura and Santima are doing in a second. It's getting close here, so only 2-3 attempts into it. A nice exit just then. Just have a look at the timing tower at position 13th and position 12th, and look how much that car in 13th is catching within 2 attempts. Not quite enough to make a move here, but Demis has to be so precise on the back, and he hits one of the sausage curves, but luckily not too much that it destabilizes the car and gives the opponents an opportunity to get a move done. But we have already seen, especially with, it seems to be a Racing Forces problem at the moment, where they end up going a bit too wide here, but as soon as I say that, this time absolutely nails it. Isaac is a front wheel drive enjoyer, it makes sense, yeah. He's rarely been put under pressure this race, even from the start. Like, he seems to have the starts put down as well. And at the moment this is Isaac's world, and we're just living in it. Second place at the moment is Abe, with Ura in third. Dan Mold is trying to catch as much as they can at the moment. I don't know if there was a little mistake in the last lap. He was within a second of Ura and seems to have lost that gap. Just behind he's got JD Rodriguez, who himself, Rodriguez and Gordon Helga having a lot of hustle and bustle early into the race. See if we can find that again actually, because that was some some very aggressive racing just there. JD Rodriguez, I think there was yeah, so it's going 3 wide here. It's Rodriguez number 3, Gordon Helga number 4, and behind him in the red SRL is Dan Mold. Terrible start from Dan, losing 3 places. There just happened to be a gap there. Dan takes the rear bumper just there. In front, Dan's going to then get a move done on Gordon. Then they carry on fighting. I think this may have actually given JD an opportunity to perhaps dive on the inside. Oh, that was very late from JD. In fact, I would say from JD that was far too late. He literally used Gordon as a brake there, or so it seemed, without putting too much blame on people there. And that was little bits of the action from the start. At the moment, though, Dan is under severe pressure from JD Rodriguez, just losing a lot of pace in that Audi. And tell you what, I don't know if that's just Dan not enjoying the fixed setup of the Audi, which if any of you lot race in the SRL leagues or look into, they have announced that they're going to be running again next season. Every Friday night, £10 for the league. It's fixed setups. So it'll make sense to see a lot of the SRL enjoyers getting on the track this week to get up to date and getting used to those fixed setups for the TCRs. I'm just wondering if Dan's just not quite enjoying the Audi setup at the moment for the fixed. Let's hope he has a much better time on the open if he decides to do it. A little bit further behind, Demis actually went off the track. And this is towards Agostini. On the inside just there, he's got two cars behind looking to fight him. This is the fight for 12th position, by the way. Says he goes off the track at some point, but I don't quite see where, unless it's a power slide here. No, he's still on. He does end up losing 2 places, and I'm not quite sure where this is going to happen. And Bournemouth have just taken the lead against Man City in unrelated news. Every single Arsenal fan in the country right now is going nuts. Is this what happened? This might be it. So Demis going on the outside of turn 1 there. That's going to allow car number 13 to potentially get the inside. And Demis just completely misses the braking marker there, allowing the other 2 to go through. That explains that one. Dan's starting to put a little bit of daylight between himself and Rodriguez, but behind, just behind, RDJ with Gordon and Serban, ready to pounce if a mistake is made. Welcome in if you've just jumped in. This is the Strength of Field broadcast for TCR, the fixed race. Sign-ups for the Open will begin in 3 minutes. So if you... In fact, everyone has Snetterton. It's a base content track. If you have a TCR, be ready for the Opens. If you need some setups, go into the TCR cord. Chapter X Sim Racing have posted a couple of setups that might help you in there. If you look for professional setup shops, we do have the individual who makes the Apex setups right now, Isaac Price, currently leading, and is by a whole 3 seconds at the moment from Abe Santema. This battle right here as we see these 3 cars slowly approaching Williams. It's RDJ not hitting the apex there like Gordon does, and I tell you what, I think Gordon might have a bit of a run here. On board with Gordon right now, Audi versus Audi, and you can already see RDJ putting himself in the middle of the track there. And such a great corner from Gordon. Gets onto that throttle nice and quick as well. It's not going to be enough to go up the inside of RDJ at bomb hole, but it's enough for him to be right behind. And now RDJ is going to start racing in his mirrors unless he can try and put a distraction at bay. But look how tight Gordon is to that final corner. And I'll tell you what, the move might be on. It is Netherlands versus Norway right now, with Romania looking on. And I tell you what, Gordon's going to have a really strong exit here. RDJ did defend that inside. Is it going to be enough? Gordon taking as much speed as possible, but RDJ keeping to that inside line. This is the battle for 6th place at the moment, and a late apex from Gordon means that this fight is far from over. Look how close Costin has got behind him as well. If these two end up going too wide into a corner, it might not just be Costin, as Bachelor was in your background just there in the Honda Civic, ready for these. And I tell you what, there's a lot of swapping, ducking and diving, and tell you what, Gordon's got that inside line. Could be looking at an up and under from RDJ, but he can't get it done. Gordon with a fantastic pass just there. Brilliantly done. Gordon Helga is now up in 6th place. I feel the fight's not going to be done yet, but if Gordon can try and gap RDJ as soon as possible, don't think we'll be seeing any of these not going up any higher positions than 6th place, as the top 5 have got their own little fights and have gapped this group by a fair margin at the moment. Meanwhile, Daniel Pluckman right now catching up to the car that they had a collision with a little bit earlier in the race. So we're about to hit 3 minutes to go. Sydney going off the track as well at an earlier point too, but not enough for anything to happen. I'll tell you what, Pluckman getting really close in, not enough to stick a wheel in at Brundle, sorry. Well, that's a very wide line there from the Racing Forces car. That's surely, this is nearly a case of deja vu. Apart from this time, they've both not gone all Tokyo Drift on that corner. Around the carousel, I do feel like car number 11 is... Oh, I completely missed the apex there compared to car number 12. I think this one's going to be pretty easy pickings now for number 12, as long as they get their car over to one side. The 11 has chosen the inside to defend. This means, oh, and the 11 has yielded on that one, slowing right down to ensure that they don't go completely off the corner. And Pluckman goes up to 14th. This fight right now though for 6th place. Car currently centered on Gordon Hauger. There's still plenty of fighting going on behind. I tell you what, RDJ just having to defend at the last moment now. I tell you what, that Audi livery for Costin, I love that Formula 1 livery on the Audis on TCR. They just look absolutely fantastic. They go together with this so well. So Bournemouth 1-0 up against Man City, and Tottenham just kicking off against Chelsea. This is the battle you want to be watching at the moment. Meanwhile, behind, Varga is slowly catching up to the most colourful car on the grid. That belongs to Thomas Bachelor. Gordon slowly starting to gap those behind if he can give himself a 2.2 gap, and at the moment it's at a 2.1. That gap is slowly getting bigger, but I tell you what, Costin has a good run here on RDJ, providing RDJ doesn't get too much of a pull here from the car in front as we enter the last lap of the race. Still have Price, Santema and Larkinen as your top 3. There'll be a late dive just here, not quite, but we'll see, just in case somebody ends up missing that apex. I tell you what, the Racing Forces car always seems to be going quite wide there, but does get it there at together by the end. We could potentially, depending on if the number 6, Jörg Larkinen, messes up at all, but Dan Mold is on the absolute warpath. 7/10 is all it is between 3rd and 4th. If Dan could get the pass done here, then they will get that podium position. Good fight back after a terrible... like I said, it wasn't a terrible start. It's just that everybody else's start around him was so good. I tell you what, Dan is on the attack. It's probably fair to say Jura is in big trouble now. Dan has, since we started moving over to this camera, as Varga gets a slowdown, which ends his push on Thomas Bachelor. Jura in trouble here. Can Jura defend it for the last couple of quarters? That is a brilliant... Oh, and Dan's just gone a little bit too wide there. I don't think that's going to be enough for a slowdown. That fight's going to carry on. See how this final corner goes here. Dan keeping it nice and tight, but we're going to go over to Isaac Price, who is going to come over and collect that checkered flag. You got that fight right at the top of your screen, but congratulations to Isaac getting the win there, with Abe Santema in second, and it looks like Euro just keeps it ahead of Dan Mould, with JD Rodriguez up one position in 5th place. Gordon, great drive from them to recover that as well, up to 6th, with Ron de Jong up 2 places, defending from Serban Costin for another +2 finish at 8th. Thomas Batchelor, great drive from them, up 3 to take the 9th, with Martin S. Varga 10th. Demis goes over the line. So the results of today's races, it starts to get a little bit foggy at Snetterton during the fixed setup conditions. Isaac Price is your race winner in the Elantra, with a 4.4 second win over Abe Santema in second. Also in Elantra, which is good going for the Elantras on what was thought to be a very Audi dominated fixed setup track. We'll see what happens in the open though. It could be a completely different story. Your Larkinen just edging it ahead of Dan Mould, getting that podium position in 3rd. 5th place, JD Rodriguez with Gordon Hauger in 6th. Ron de Jong in 7th, with Serban Costin just behind in 8th. Thomas Batchelor and Martin Varga round up the rest of that top 10, with Chris Wetz, Bjorn Adebar, Sidney Hards, Daniel Pluckvan and Demis Chichila making up the rest of your race classifications. Couple of incidents to have a quick look at as usual. Keep it nice and respectful as possible, please. Thank you. Get you signed up for the open as well. That's all open. This is what happened towards the beginning. Dan is behind both of these two fighting. Got Rodriguez in the number 3 car, and then Gordon Hauger in front in the number 4, and it's a little bit of a tiny hit there. I think that's the physics acting up a little bit there, because the car in real life probably wouldn't act like that with that sort of move happening on the inside. We're going to keep it on JD here, because I feel JD slightly misses the braking zone or just doesn't brake hard enough. Does end up going into the side of the number 4 car and ends up keeping the position there afterwards. They do a little bit of battle into the following corners. And then when it comes to Audis, Rodriguez straightening up the car wheel sooner and getting the move completed before the turn at Williams. Then the incident with Daniel Pluckvan. That's not the one, it was Bjorn Adebar. Sorry, it is the wrong teammate. The wrong one from Kinetic there. No, it was the right one. Just a case of both cars on bomb hole, sliding out, and then reconnecting and hitting each other. Saying here, Varga went off the track as well, but no positions lost. I'm going to take it, it's just a case of missing a braking point or putting down the throttle a bit too soon. Putting down the throttle a bit too soon. Demis ends up going off the track at some point as well. That's the exit of turn number 1. Completely misses a braking point as well at the same time, allowing Hards and car number 13, Bjorn, to get through as well. It's saying Dan going off the track, but I feel that might be the exit of turn... Yes. The exit of Nelson going slightly off the track there. He does exactly the same thing on the final lap as well. Well, wide up bomb hole. We've all done it. That's all a meaningful instance to look out for on that one. So with that, let's get ourselves ready for the next race. Yes, the camera comes on sometimes. Sue me. Right, let's get the next session up. That was a really good first race. Always something going on somewhere. As long as that keeps happening, then that means the broadcast will always be interesting. So the fixed has a chance of raining in there. We didn't get to hear it that time, or didn't get to see it even that time. Open, completely dry this week. Next week at Thruxton, could be a little bit wet in there. Right, let's get ourselves in session, practice session. There we go. The open is already splitting, so if you haven't already got yourselves signed up for the session, then do so now. It will of course at least split once. It's just loading it in. Cool. How is everybody? I hope everyone's good. Everyone is well. If you are on YouTube, thumbs up the stream right now. Subscribe, check out the rest of the videos that we do in the other streams. We are going to be taking part in the Apex League on Thursday this week, where it's going to get violent. It's going to get a bit hairy. It's going to get a bit rough. And I'm going to be absolutely sick of Snetterton by the end of the evening. It's one of the most competitive leagues I've been in. There's a lot of hustling, bustling, using each other as brakes. But there's at least 4 or 5 of us in our teams racing at one point over radio, so watch my POV of the Apex Racing League's Touring Car Britain on Thursdays, on the same Thursdays that the British Touring Car race at that track for the weekend. Saturday, IMPC, it's a 2-hour mini endurance with GT4 and TCR. It's one of the official iRacing sessions. That will be happening, as well as a couple of officials at the same time. I might even put in my my new Sim Magic wheel as well at some point on Saturday, because next week is the 4 hours of Thruxton, and I'll be doing at least 2 of them. Can't wait for that one. Tomorrow though is Backfire Simsport TV, which if you haven't already, get yourself into their Discord, get yourself onto their channel. I do commentary with Pete Bingham on there, and it's copies the officials, but double the field size. So Snetterton 300, at least 40 cars on it. What's the worst that could happen? Then of course we are also live on Twitch at the same time. If you don't follow on Twitch, feel free to. There's not all racing stuff on there, so if you're into more gaming stuff as well, do lots of RPGs, party games, pro wrestling stuff where you get created in game, all sorts of stuff. If that seems like your thing, come follow on the YouTube. It's the same channel name as it is on YouTube. But how is everybody? I hope everyone's good. Everyone is well. If I missed anybody's comments or anything like that, messages during the race, I apologise. Sometimes when you're trying to be semi-professional like this, you miss a couple of things. It's good to see so many people on both the YouTube and the Twitch side. Over 30 overall on both, so thank you all so much. As you just jumped in though, you are in the middle of the Strength of Field broadcasts for both the fixed and the open sessions of the Snetterton 300 race. This is week 10 of the iRacing TCR Virtual Challenge. We've just finished our fix now, where Isaac Price, the individual who makes the TCR setups for Apex, proving that you don't need a setup to just jump into a car and whoop everybody upside the head. I think it was at least a 6 second win, I think it was in the end, or something like that. Crazy results. Right, let's get cars, the flags, the gaps in, and Dale Johansson up in first place in the practice at the moment, with teammate Stephen Hurd in second. And we've got Pete Newman, so all three, the first 3 drivers, the quickest drivers here, are all Backfire Simsport TV drivers. But I want to avert your gaze and your attention right now to position number 5. That is because, and don't be shocked, there's a Veloster on the field during the Open, and the Veloster driver here, Stephen Walker, is the 5th fastest in this practice. Second off the pace at the moment. However, once they're in the race, they're forced to be reckoned with and could easily pick up a podium or even higher. I should have said the bottom step of a podium or even higher. That would have made sense. It's alright. You lot aren't listening to me, so it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. On the Twitch side, we got the Pokemon chat game in the Twitch chat as well, so feel free to use a Pokecatcher on there. And also, just everyone let me know how you're doing right now. I'm just having a look at the weather, and locally the weather is about to get pretty violent over here as well. Fantastic. Alright, so we've got Stephen Walker in. Max Andrews has just leapfrogged them up into 5th place. Also in the session, Kyle Hardy as well, in the Pure Sims car. A lot of really cool liveries about. Jamie Wilson too, just behind another Pure Sims car. I wonder if that's Pete Newman's car. It is. Also got Kev Aylett in the session. They're also a streamer, just an average sim racer. So if you literally search up the words, just an average sim racer, all as one word, you'll find Kev's channel on. Maybe, I haven't double checked yet, but I'm sure that they are streaming their POV tonight. So if you like having more than one stream down, then you'll get an opportunity to see exactly how bad that accident was.
Hi, Carl.
Everyone do
Hi,
their...
darling.
Every week, everyone just says hi to each other. They're all so friendly. I wonder
Yeah,
what...
hi, Fraser. About to say it, Tony. It's alright, mate. I know your favourites are now.
Hi, Tony. Oh, doesn't that even work? I don't think it worked. I don't think my mic even worked in the session.
I could smell you before I saw you. Careful, you might have to approach it. Hi, Kev.
Right, it shows on the right hand side. Look, everyone's so friendly to each other. You love to see it, don't you? It's a real tight-knit community of people here. So tight-knit. Why does nobody say hi to me?
Hi,
It's
Pete.
It's always, look, there's Jay, not hi, Jay. Or
He can't talk in game, mate.
how are you doing, Jay? What are you up to, Jay?
Hi, Jay. He's in a mood.
Too late. Had your chance. Oh, it's funny. Right. Got a few others joining
You're
this session.
Now,
Hello.
hi, Jamie.
Well, De Jong back in this session as well.
Try
Oh,
another one. He can't talk either.
and Daniel Augustin the Sausage Fernandez is back this week.
Hi, Andre.
Everyone's just saying hi to each other.
You know, Peter was here.
Now, this is one car you lot will need to look out for in the next race. Constantly towards the top, sometimes even winning a strength of field race. I'm looking at all the cars that are already in this session, and there's a lot of strong names in here.
Hi, Jeff.
We've got Fraser as well in here. The master sandbagger, but scared of a little bit of rain.
Hello.
Jeff as well in one
Hi,
of the
Albert.
nicest paints in the whole server. Look how nice this paint is. Such a nice
Hi,
paint, isn't it?
Antonio.
Everyone's literally saying hi to each other. Is it? Oh, no. I don't know why he's saying
Hi,
hi.
John.
Why is he saying hi to everyone? No one's saying hi back to him.
Hi, Stephen.
Oh, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.
Oh, Jaden as well. Hi, Jaden.
Such a nice paint, isn't it?
Hi, Jaden.
Hello.
Got Luke in here too. Right, you know what? I'm going to jump into the chat. 2 seconds. You going to fucking say hi to me now?
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
So angry.
Only saying hi when I push the issue. I see how it is. Brocked. All of you. I hope you all crash.
Hang on. I didn't say
Is that
hi,
you,
Jay.
Jay? Hi.
Oh, hi Pete. Hope you have a good
Hi,
race,
Jay.
mate. Nice power slide just there from Luke Woodhouse as well. We've got Jordan Morgan in the race too. Let's have a look at a couple of these liveries. Should be some nice ones out on the track right now. Let's get a nice TCR Australia livery as well. Brilliant. Right, it's just the camera so we can get a hotter look at some of these liveries. Can you lot see those fine? Yes, you can. Right, so Jaden in the lovely looking JC Academy Honda in the Apex colours as well. He'll be racing in this exact car with us on Thursday. Tony Walker in a Spectre 6. Let's hope during the race it's nothing like a Spectre and turns completely invisible. Where's Moniti in one of their... Oh no, this isn't a standard Hyundai livery actually. Quite a nice one though. Mark Frederick. Oh, that's a really nice livery. I like that one.
Hi, Ronald.
Oh, also Apex as well. And so this will be one of the people we'll be racing up against then.
Are we all like best food videos? Hi, Carl.
She has a cult. Community.
Sounds like projection, Jay.
Another look at that Argentina livery just there. I love. How is he getting all the carbon sort of stripes all across there in the sunlight? That's a trick with the spec map, that one. I need to find out how they're doing that, because that looks absolutely fantastic on there. It's like it's all carbon fibered all the way around. Adam in here as well. Adam's somebody else that you'll see in the Apex Leagues.
I'm not going the TCR, but I really want to be a member.
Just quickly
Hi,
put,
Dennis.
quickly put in the TCR cord.
Hi, Carl. I don't know. Hi, Devin. Fuck you, Ronald.
We got all that in there.
Hi, Fraser.
Everyone's still saying hi to each other. I heard something about a cult. You didn't hear a thing. And the races were... Oh, look how nice that livery is. Hell yeah. Oscar Buck as well in the Doble car. Doble paint. Reese giving us a lovely slow motion power slide there. Really nice Audi paint that as well, by the way. Dave Newsham. No way are we going to get Ross McFarlane in here. Say F.U. Fraser from me? No, I could never. And then Callum just there as well.
Fuck you, Chesney.
Oh my. 7 minutes to get yourself signed up. for the open race. There's already, I'm just having a quick look, seeing how many people signed up. There's already going to be 3 splits. So if you are sort of mid to lower iRating, then get yourself in to give yourself a better chance of getting a podium, and even better a win. Augustine, good to see you, my friend. I hope you are well. I hope you are good.
Bye, Carl.
Hi, Gordon.
There we go, just clicking through everything at the moment.
Chose a bloody different corners to that one, though.
Right, that one's in there as well.
I was just about to do a 53 then.
Love you too, RDJ. Wow. Okay, quickest time in the practice at the moment. David Johansson, who's not on track unless I have to jump into the other session, which is completely possible as well. He's not out on track, but his teammate is in one of the SRG cars. And how many SRG cars we can get in top split this time? Hopefully a fair few. But Stephen HUD at the moment, best lap of 154.2, so only Johansson with a 53 as of yet. In this session anyway. Pretty sure once Ross gets going, it's going to blow a load of people out the water. "25 years of heaven racing." Ah, the more you know. Dennis in one of the many Hydro Racing Forces cars. Eduardo Carrizo. Just in a standard livery today. He doesn't want to show off. And what a lovely livery. This just needs... This needs TCR South America. Argentinos Toyota Gaizo. Just let iRacing scan the Corolla. Please, for the love of God, let them scan the Corolla so we can have cool liveries like this. Please. And the Easter egg wrapper livery. With little track maps in each chocolatey hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 pentagons. Pentagons, sorry, not hexagons, pentagons. Who else we got in the session? I think he knows in the session, or he's just really wanting to warm those tyres up. And Ross has gone quickest by a third of a second. That's a massive lap. A 153.655. Kindness up to 13th place at the moment. Track Scotland. Tony Walker making their way around as well. See if we can get a few more liveries in. We've got 3 minutes left until the session opens. Have Dave Newsham, Jordan Morgan, Oscar Buck, I think we've been to, yep. George Clarkson as well. In the white Fanatec machine. There still is a lot more people to have a quick look at. So let's do so. Darren Robertson, we've got to wait for a load of these liveries to load up now because we've just loaded into another subsection. There we go. I'm worried it's not going to show any real liveries. I've been proven wrong. There we go. Is that a sheep? That's a sheep. I hope that's a sheep. I'm just going to say that's a sheep. Or is it a rabbit? Might be a rabbit because there's a rabbit on the front. I don't know. Answers on a postcard. I don't know. Why are all these Audi liveries really good? Why are all these Audi liveries really good? That was a really good power slide as well from Mike. Matias Juarez. The dark blue Sparco. Well, you've seen that one there. Got Igor as well. Oh, also in the Rabbit car. And Ricky Pittman as well. Just realised we don't have that iRacing, just so we can see the iRating of those who are towards the front. 8.3k at the top. Wow. Wow. Now Robertson decided to park it there. Today you can park it there, and the Audi puts their brakes on just in time. And Ross McFarlane, I think, is looking at doing another quick lap. No, it's not on the track. Less than a
Jay, you
minute.
going to be watching for any bomb hole deepness today? And on track. He's blushing. Everyone's here. Hi, Mike. Mike Hart's been breaking hearts since 2000.
Okay, let's jump into the session. I didn't see how many
Totally.
people signed up.
Are you blind? Which way are you going?
Right, whilst this is going on, there are going to be ads running
Why
on
don't
the
you stop
channel.
on the Apex?
But don't worry, you won't miss a thing. And this
What's an
time,
Apex?
follow on the Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube, put a thumbs up on the broadcast as well. See you in a couple of minutes.
It's the curb on the outside of the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TCR Virtual Challenge Open Split, the strength of field race for tonight. I'll be your host tonight, JayCaulls, and welcome in after an explosive little fixed race. We go over to the Open now, and there's some new names jumping into the strength of field racing this week, as we've got multiple leagues racing here this week. That is from the Apex British Touring Car on Thursdays, Backfire Simsport TV's Wednesday TCR leagues, and also SRL. I think SRL are as well. SRL are also running the Snetterton 300 layout, so all three sets of drivers are all jumping into these sessions this week to get some last minute practice in.
Good luck.
But let's get into the session now.
Steve, we were talking about your brother's sausage earlier.
And that's exactly how we're going to start this race today
Right,
as well.
okay.
So we
I don't
keep
wanna
all
know.
we keep all the radio comms on, no matter how weird and wonderful it may get. You know how this works with the qualifying by now. You're going to see a set of drivers underneath. It is closest to the line right now. If you see a segment or sector come up as green, it is their personal best. If it's purple, it is going to be the quickest of the whole session. Everyone's coming around now. It's 2 laps over the course of 8 minutes of qualifying. So this is everyone's out lap right now. It is lone qualifying as well at the same time, so you can't blame anybody else. It is you, your setup, the car, and just how mentally you can keep yourself going around the surprisingly long Snetterton 300 layout. Currently got our car on Fernandez, a car that has won many of the strength of field races this season on the open side. You don't see him too much on the fixed. They prefer to keep their setups going and racing around with all the fast Europeans. Also on the track, you got Ross McFarlane as well, the maker of the setups for P1 Docks, and then the duo of David Johansen and Stephen Hurd, who we are going to jump into the car with as we go through a lap of Snetterton 300 layout. So as you make your exit through Murray's, you are going down the longest straight, or maybe joint longest straight of the whole circuit. You want to get yourself to the left hand side and brake in between the 2 and 1 boards for riches. It's one corner, but you want to hit the first, go out slightly, and hit the second without going over the bump on the late apex inside. Then for Montreal, brake before the 1 board, and you kind of want to keep away from the sausage on the apex. In most cases, late apex it and use all the track on the exit. Get yourself over to the right for Palmer. It's a light brake, a light lift, and just delay your turning and delay your throttle out. Use all the curbing on the exit and keep to that right hand side. Next for Augustini. A very tricky hairpin here. It doesn't look like a hairpin if you look at the track layout, but trust me, there's plenty of people going wrong here. Hamilton, just after the Hamilton board, you want to lift and just keep the track on the grey stuff. Swing over to the left hand side as soon as possible, and it's a deceptive Oggies. Turn 6, go out wide. You don't have to hit the apex of 7, just get yourself set up for Williams, the most important corner on the whole circuit. Slowly apply the throttle and use all of the curbing on the exit, and then here you go down Bentley Straight. It's going to be the main source of overtaking at the end of here as you're going to hit the Brundle and Nelson combo. You want to brake in a straight line and just guide the car in, keeping to the left on the exit so you open up the second part of the corner, avoid that sausage curb, and then you're going to ram it all through bomb hole here. It's a slight lift, keep it within the camber and the dip, and then just roll it out. On to the Coram carousel, you're going to be balancing the throttle, balancing the brake, but keeping it to the right hand side to try and maximize your exit out of Murray's. Don't go too wide here because it would be a silly place to get an off track if you're trying to set the fastest lap. And Stephen Hurd's going to go over the line, but Ross McFarlane at the moment with 3 purple sectors there goes all the way up to the lead, a full second point 1 ahead of our lap guide there of Stephen Hurd, and Hurd slowly dropping down as the likes of Fernandez, Scotton and Johansson, his teammate, getting slightly better runs out of there. Please message Steven to ask him not to lose IR before Thruxton 4 hours. Unfortunately, even if I'm spectating the race, I can't. If I send any DMs, they won't actually be able to see them or read them, surprisingly. But Ross McFarlane right now is absolutely motoring at the bottom of your screen. We're just getting on camera actually. Already beating their first sector 1. Nobody else is coming close, even though they are setting personal bests. That is, apart from 4th place, David Johansen. I've already said a name that you lot will have to keep an eye on here is Augustin the Sausage Fernandez. up in second place at the moment and really does have the ability to take it to Ross on the first corner. At the moment though, 6 tenths behind, Ross having the best time of his life on this circuit as things stand. But Gordon Hauger on this part of the circuit as well. At the moment there's majority Audis on the session, but we do have a couple of Hondas. We do have an Elantra or two, but most importantly we have a Veloster on the circuit right now. It's like seeing the Dacia on the Nürburgring 24-hour. You know, you know it's there for participation trophies, but you're just hoping it can get through the race and surprise a few people. And with the drive behind the wheel of this Veloster right now, you could potentially see a good result here. Ross put in an even quicker time than before, 153.693. Stephen Hurd going up into 3rd place, Gordon up into 5th, and this is the last lap as Mike Hart goes up into 8th. And Walker goes past the line, is going to jump possibly from 11th up to 7th. A great lap from Walker as well, as RDJ goes up to 10th too. So Mike practicing the starts. It's going to be the most important part of this race.
Miss Gemma Rambita just
Gemma,
subscribed for 102 months.
102 months subscribed on Twitch. That is crazy numbers. Gemma, how are we doing? Hope you're good. Hope you are well. Got one person left to make their lap, and it is Jamie Wilson, currently languishing down in 13th place at this moment in time. Mike Hart is going to be hoping that Jamie doesn't get too much of an improvement here. Has to find 4 tenths to displace 12th place. And it's currently 2 personal bests on those sectors. Jamie's going to go over the line and goes up to 11th. Gemma, hope you're good. Hope you are well. Let's quickly go over the starting grid. It's Ross McFarlane getting pole position with Daniel Augustin the Sausage Fernandez taking that second spot with him. Row 2 is Hurd and Johansson, with row 3 Hauger and Scotton. Stephen Walker in Veloster and Uralaken and not in the Veloster in 7th and 8th place, with Carl Hardy and RDJ in 9th and 10th. Jamie Wilson and Adam Kindness over in 11th and 12th. Final row of the grid, Mike Hart and Kev Aylett.
We'll see how it goes.
Here we go, just waiting on the rest of the grid to go around. This is a 20-minute sprint race, open setup, and should be quite entertaining, as that's the majority of the cars on the grid now. All right, just sat down after wallpaper in the living room. Hell yeah. How much you got left of that? Here come the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are off at Snetterton. And there's a terrible start from one of the SRG cars, and that is Stephen Hurd. And Stephen Hurd getting absolutely swamped by everybody at the moment. That is that is not a start that they will want to remember. That was a rough watch, but meanwhile in front, Augustin not able to get past Ross. There's plenty of swapping of positions in front with Stephen Walker on the inside. That's twice now Gordon Hauger has been tagged on that inside. Jane Scotton overtaking there as well, and I've just seen a car go off to the side. That's Adam Kindness off into the wall, and let's hope that's not going to be a sign of things to come for Thursdays.
Sorry about that. I don't really know. I think that was wheel on wheel.
Hopefully the Apex race on Thursday is not going to be anything like that one. We will watch a replay of that very shortly, but at the moment,
side by side, I don't really know what happened. Look like a little bit of netco between you.
There we go. We've got Stephen Hurd on the outside here with Carl Hardy on the inside. It's a slow down for Hardy in front. Hardy taking the inside. And there we go, Stephen Hurd getting through without too many problems. Up a place, but still down 6 from their original starting position. It's Ross McFarlane in the lead at the moment, with Augustin behind. as they come up to bomb hole. How many cars can you fit at bomb hole? Well, it turns out it's just one at a time for now. Nobody
Okay.
really making an effort to go
Hello,
too
beautiful.
wide into here, maybe because you can't always fit two in there, and usually
You are
it's
for
a
trouble,
bit of a
isn't it?
mess if you try and force the issue
It's
too
been beating
hard.
that so far. That's what she said.
But all the race comms are available to you, and that is a big curb hop just there from RDJ in the purple and green. Ross McFarlane already over near a second and a third in front. And a bit more of a procession race here at the moment, but once those tyres start kicking in, and I tell you what, that's a big mistake from Eura. When you got Stephen Hurd behind you, who's going to be looking at trying to gain as many places as they can, you don't want to give him an inch because he will take a foot. Over on the Twitch, so I got one wall done and hated it, so I ripped it down and brought different, so it's taken a little longer than it's supposed to. Oh no. But it's looking amazing so far. Good. That's the main thing though, right? Magnet, could see you on the Twitch chat as well. If you're watching on Twitch or you're watching on YouTube right now, say hi. Let us know how you are. Let us know what you're racing this week. Augustin now has a bit of an SRG problem behind us. David Johansson right up the bumper at the moment. Let's see if we can get a camera, a working camera on the inside of Johansson right now. There we go. How does that look? Everyone let me know how everything sounds, how everything looks. And down the Bentley straight, Johansson is going to get a really nice run here. I don't quite think it's going to be enough to get a move done here on the inside. But if Augustin makes any mistakes here, then you can bet your sweet ass that Daniel Johansson will be all over it like a dodgy rash after a Saturday night. Meanwhile, behind, Stephen Walker and Jaden Scotton both fighting out here as well. Jaden would probably be wise to try and keep it behind Walker on this carousel. That's a great corner from Jaden. I tell you what, Jaden is surely going to be making a move here. Stephen Walker is going to have to really decide now in the Napa Veloster which way he wants to go. Surprisingly, I wonder if Jaden had his entry a bit too blocked on there, wasn't able to get a move going. We're going to quickly go to the outside here. There's a gaggle of cars right now making their through. And, oh, Gordon going a little bit wide there, but keeps it on, keeps it steady. And the number 14 is going to be taking a late apex on there. Gordon defends valiantly there. And there's still a lot of two wides going behind. Get to the chopper.
Awkward.
And Kevelit in the Easter egg wrapping paper car. Oh, nearly getting a touch there on Carl Hardy at the bottom of your screens. But it's Jamie Wilson who we're on the camera with now. Let's go a little bit further back. Kevelit at the moment is going to have that inside line. But Jamie... Oh, no. Kev's kept it on the inside. But Jamie's going to have a straighter wheel on the outside so he can just retake that position. Plenty of battles going on at the moment, and as well as the battle for second place, this is the battle for fourth. I've heard you got to feel your way into bomb hole, or otherwise it unsettles the rear. I don't know. Some people might have... You know what? Answers on postcard. If not, ask your parents. Gonna be home for 2 days this week, so I'm going to try and do an official in GT4 and IMPC TCR. Best of luck. Why you would put yourself through the pain of racing a GT4, God only knows. But this Veloster at the moment keeping ahead of the absolutely rapid JC Academy Honda of Jaden Scotland. Get around that final corner, and Jaden's got a little bit more space to try and get a little bit of a slipstream here on Walker. Walker, however, is within the slipstream of Johansson behind. We need to go a little bit further back though, because these lot are all still fighting it out. All the car classes a little bit closer together in the open at the moment. End of the first half for Chelsea and Tottenham, by the way. 1-0 Chelsea means Tottenham could still get relegated. It is still, to my knowledge, Bournemouth 1, Man City 0. If Man City don't score 2 goals, then Arsenal will win the Premier League live on stream. I'll be honest, I kind of don't want that to happen yet. I'd rather have something to watch next Sunday when I'm off down in a couple of pints. Lads. So Netherlands, Norway, Finland, Scotland, all together right now. Perfect harmony, racing around the Snetterton 300. This is the Strength of Field race, if you're just joining us now, of the TCR iRacing Open Series. This is an official series, and this is the usual time for the fixed and the open. And that is a great corner out from Gordon, but I feel Gordon's got away from that slipstream a little bit too soon. However, both are going to end up going through, and can they... There's still a lot of defending just there from the racing forces, and all four cars are fit right into my widescreen monitor at the moment. I appreciate it's probably not the same for you lot right now. There you go, now you can see all four of them. Just how close this battle is right now. 6th place. And a very wide line just there from the racing forces car, the purple in front. And Gordon right now, centre of your screen in a racing forces sandwich.
It will cost you having my bum on your content though.
How much are you charging these days?
Bum on content like that.
Well, I've become really popular, so it's got quite expensive.
There we go. Some prime Carl Hardy rear end content for the stream. You lot wanted it, you lot got it, according to Carl. Right, Stephen Walker still in front of Jaden Scotton at the moment. Somehow still keeping the Honda behind, and Vice...
Especially if I wiggle at you.
That's for you, baby. Shitty them
Hang on, I need to see this wiggle. I need to see this wiggle.
Thanks, Gordon.
Oh, and I think Gordon's just and RDJ
Don't
have
be
had...
nasty, Gordon.
I don't know what's just happened there. We might be able to get a replay on that. Right, Gordon. Right, what's happened?
Sorry, have to look at it up.
So Gordon in the red
Oh, no,
and black.
If you can actually spin him out, that would be great.
Oh, and there's a little bit of a contact just there. The other two cars behind doing really well not to get caught up in that one. I've just seen that Euro Larkinen's gone off the track as well. Massive thank you to Backfire Simsport TV, by the way, for letting me use their SDK. Oh,
Had a big slowdown anyway.
don't tell me there was a slip just here from the car in white, black, and all sorts of colours. And Euro just completely misses a braking point or something there, and rushes to get back onto the track before bomb hole,
And the speed tokens.
and ends up losing 3 places
Didn't
because of
work,
it. Stephen Walker versus Jaden Scotton is getting closer and closer to the point that Jaden is literally so close he could go and just get a whiff, but this is not that sort of stream, so you dirty wrong uns in here, you're not going to literally see that sort of content here. But Jaden is pretty close. Has to watch his braking points, not tap the rear of Stephen Walker too hard. And I keep hearing clunking of metal behind, but not seeing anybody go off or seeing any sort of accidents happen at the same time. Right, the battle in front. Jamie Wilson has Carl Hardy and Kev Ayler right behind at the moment. Oh, look at the front end of that Team Chimera Audi. It's slightly caved in. Wonder if that was from one of the collisions towards the start. That may affect the straight line speed, and we might have to go on board with Carl Hardy right now, who is looking at making that move. So let's go to Kev Ayler, who's going to have the best seat in the house. He's going to be hoping that something happens here. I think we're going to end up going too wide into here. Carl's got to steer out to the inside, and there's massive contact. And there is buy one, get one free just there. It looked like the car on the inside, the Honda, just jumped on one of those curbs in doing that, a lot of understeer straight into the side of Jamie Wilson, and at the moment Jamie's still recovering from inside that barrier. Carl Hardy's cracking on with it, but the damage the damage has been done. We're gonna have another look at that, because that was already looking quite sketchy at high speeds. Get a bit closer in, and yeah, a little bump of that Civic just there, and yeah, so sometimes with corners like that, you're taking your life and other people's lives into your own hands. So if you pull it off, it looks fantastic. If you don't, it's just going to leave a really sour taste in some mouths. Mike Hart, meanwhile, 9th position at the moment, defending from Jura Lacknen. We are 12.5 minutes into this 20-minute race, with so many small clusters and duos fighting it out for position right now. We've got Augustin the Sausage Fernandez in second place, with David Johansson in third, and David just cannot seem to find any answer for Augustin. If Augustin makes a mistake, David's making the same one. Must be incredibly frustrating. Behind, meanwhile, we do have Jaden Scotton and Stephen Walker still fighting it out. This may be a test of attrition and more how well do your tyres last on this one, but that's a great corner from Jaden, a great corner from Stephen as well. Enough to keep the gap there. It's Veloster versus Honda on this Snetterton 300 layout. Jaden's got to... Oh, and tell you what, Jaden's literally pushing Stephen at this point. Has to get an inch perfect corner out here. A little tap off the corner from Stephen Walker, and this could be the moment Jaden's been looking for. Jaden keeping it a lot cleaner through there, and Jaden now has to react to whichever side Stephen's going to end up defending. Stephen's staying on the outside, and Jaden's not pushing the issue. Strangely enough, I felt he had enough of a run there to potentially get by the side. Stephen this time defending the inside, and he's going to keep that position unless Jaden pulls off some witchcraft here, and yet again Stephen Walker's going to be keeping that position. But I tell you what, Jaden's not letting up on him, and at the same time Stephen Walker is not just going to gift the position either. Stephen going to be defending that inside line. Jaden last moment going to potentially do that dive, but doesn't get the job done. Instead has to follow the slow line through along with Stephen Walker. And that's just going to allow Stephen another couple of corners of breathing space. Jaden will feel is quicker right now, but it's all good being quicker. If you're not able to get past as well, then all that's going to be for nothing, as Gordon behind gets the slowdown, so that's going to really hurt their chances of catching up to the duo in front if they do end up fighting a little bit harder than usual. And look at all the cameras at the moment, see if we're able to switch. There's surprisingly not a TV mixed on this layout, which I'm quite surprised about. Closest battle on the circuit at the moment, Stephen Walker defending from Jaden Scott, and this is a battle for 4th place. Meanwhile, first we have Ross McFarlane with Daniel Augustin Fernandez behind by nearly 7 whole seconds. It's just absolute wonderland right now for Ross McFarlane. It seems the setup shop makers are the ones who are really getting to the grips a lot quicker than everybody else. Yeah, I saw Southampton kicked out the championship playoff. I'm a little bit gutted for some of the Middlesbrough fans, although it's great they've got into the playoff final. That's so short notice to get those tickets, that accommodation as well, and Southampton sold out of their allocation as well, so I presume they're going to be able to get they're going to be able to get a refund for their tickets, I'm sure. But their hotel bookings, if they do end up getting a hotel, I know it's a completely different direction to Middlesbrough and Hull, but that's messed up a lot of playoffs there. Yeah, no, to my memory, I have never seen that happen with a championship playoff final. I could be wrong though. It may have happened at some point before. Kyle Hardy still battling along now with Jamie Wilson, even though they've both they've both got into their spare cars. Probably both waited for each other. Kyle's maybe let Jamie Wilson through, and now they can do their own battles on Snetterton. Kingdom, how are we doing today, by the way, my friend? I hope you are good. Hope you are well on the Twitch side. Well, we've got Gordon now with a bit of a Scottish problem behind him. That Scottish problem being in a Honda Civic. Stephen Hurd of SRG, as Kyle Hardy behind and Jamie Wilson trading places back and forth. We enter minute number 17 and Ross McFarlane in the lead in the P1 docks. Audi RS, Daniel the Sausage Fernandez still keeping ahead of David Johansson, but the gap is keeping within a second. Stephen Walker and Jaden Scotton though. Jaden trying his best to get past the Naps Veloster, and Jaden needs to get a move done at some point. You can take it too wide into turn number 1. Will he have the ability to do this? Jaden's slowing down a little bit sooner. And I tell you what, Jaden's got a great run here, but I feel Stephen Walker's going to keep that inside line. He does. Jaden has to make a quick adjustment on the last moment. Stephen was always going to be going on that inside line there. Jaden instead taking a late apex to try and get a run in instead. Stephen, for the last couple of laps, has been taking that exact defensive line on there. So Jaden probably should have expected that, or at least looked to have expected that. Just have my dinner and playing some more Pokemon. Hell yeah, man. Which one is that? Is that the Champions or Pokepedia? Minute 18, we're going to have one more lap left after this. See a couple more battles going on behind as well. Quickly for a second, just go on to Stephen Hurd, who is getting closer and closer to Gordon Haug. Last lap though, Gordon able to get a few hundredths away, but Stephen's still going to be within the slipstream. And a much tighter corner there for Stephen. You can see on the timing tower right now, 0.79. That's now 0.77, 76, 75. And it's not a lot of slipstream here in these front wheel machines. Front wheel drive machines. But Gordon, oh, brilliant line there from Gordon. Doesn't quite hit the apex there. And I'll tell you what, Hurd is just chipping away at that time. But he only has one lap left now to get this job done. Let's get on board with Jaden Scotton right now. This is Jaden Scotton's view. It is full of British touring car quick fit Napa sponsorship right now. I don't get paid any extra for this coverage. But car number 5 versus car number 7 is Veloster versus Civic. It is the final lap of the race, and Jaden braking quite late here. We do have a lapped car in front of Kindness, but Kindness has been quite quick to move out of the way of quite a few others. Jaden going a little bit later on the brakes, and it actually connects with the Veloster there, and that could be that. There was a little bit of contact. I don't know exactly how much there was, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to see exactly. Oh, actually, I might be able to hear actually. Let's have a quick look. Yep, here it is. Quick replay. Let's get to the chopper cam. So Jaden can afford to go a bit later on the brakes because Stephen does have the inside line, but Jaden turning in quite... I think Jaden may have turned in a little bit too early there. I mean, because that corner you can get away with taking that as a late apex. Well, going up to Williams, and I do think Walker has this in the bag for 4th place. This is currently the closest battle on the field right now from the chopper cam, and unless Stephen Walker makes a massive mistake going into Brundle. And oh, tell you what, oh no, and that's a skip of the sausage just there. Jaden's completely lost it through there. That's all that time gone. Unfortunate for Jaden there, but it is Ross McFarlane who's going to come across the line as your winner for today. Commanding from start to finish, as Daniel Augustin Fernandez will have that 2nd place, a full second ahead of David Johansson, and Stephen Walker flashing the lights, getting a fantastic fourth place victory just there. Up 3 positions with Jaden Scotton in 5th. Yes, champions. Hell yeah, man. Hope you're still enjoying the game. It seems the fight between Hardy and Wilson has come to an end, with Hardy up a 2.2 on Jamie Wilson. Some absolutely rapid times during that race. Best lap of the race, a 1:53.84 from Ross McFarlane. So qualified first, led all the laps, fastest lap. Ross McFarlane wins the whole lot. Right, apparently we're still waiting on somebody to finish. It's not showing me the race result. Oh no, there we go. As soon as I start complaining about it, there we go. But Ross McFarlane dominating this race with a 8-second lead over Daniel Fernandez and David Johansson, taking the other 2 steps on the podium. Stephen Walker fighting the whole race to keep ahead of Jaden, kept it going until the very end with a much deserved 4th place, and Jaden taking the top 5. Gordon Hauger, your last week's winner of the fixed race, gets the 6th place here, with Stephen Hurd just behind in 7th. RDJ and Eurolaken both of Racing Forces in 8th and 9th. Mike Hart rounding up the rest of that top 10, with 11th onwards Kev Aylett, Carl Hardy, Jamie Wilson and Adam Kindness. Right, let's have a look at a few of the incidents on there. There wasn't too many incidents, to be honest. Definitely a few talking points towards the start. It seems if you're lagging behind with some of these starts, you've got plenty of people who are more than happy to help you lose a few positions. None more so, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot like this, Stephen, but Stephen with... Well, we saw Dan Mould start the last race, and Dan Mould's start was an okay start. It's just that everybody else's was better. This time, you see the Honda just completely bogging down, and that's a lot of positions to lose right at the start there. But keep your eye on the red car towards the front in 3rd place, as they will end up getting a spin here. We will look at that. Oh, a little bit of hit just there on the back of Carl, and you see a lot of smoke to go through as well. Hey Stephen, how are we doing? Hey, that... I will admit, that start just did not go to plan. What happened with your start? My foot slipped and I spun. Right, okay, gotcha. There we go. Foot slipped on one of the pedals and ended up spinning. Voice sprayed everywhere. What? A lot of bustling through, but tell you what, to get yourself back up to 7th place, so not bad. It was a really tough looking grid to fight through on that one, in all honesty. Adam, what happened with Adam? See, Adam went off the track as well, so I want to have a look. I heard from a couple of people, Adam in the purple car at the top next to the Audi, and oh, some impact to that one. We will have to have another look at that. Should hopefully have a chopper cam, which we do. Just reset this. So looking at the bottom of your screen, and oh yeah, I think the Audi may have turned in. I want to have one more look at that, only because I want to slow it down slightly. Alright, so let's go with Chase just here. Let's go with Far Chase, and the 10 going out slightly, and I don't know if that was a missed braking point or something, but I feel that might have been a little bit more on the Audi, that one, in all honesty. First lap, yeah, not a lot of grip in the brakes, tyres, or the brakes aren't quite warm, and yeah, that might have been a little bit harsh for number 10 there to be off the track so early in the race on that one. Right, Jaden apparently went off track as well, but oh, Man City got an equaliser, but it's not going to be enough. Expect Bournemouth now to be defending for their lives. So Jaden in the Honda, I reckon Jaden just overdid it. Yeah, massively overdid it off that corner. Gets it back on though without too much trouble, and then spends the rest of the race just to stare at Stevens behind for the rest of it. Oh, and the spin from behind from Gordon gave Jaden a little bit of breathing time there as well. Ura going off the track at some point as well and losing 2 positions. See what happened with Ura. Down a blimp, Ura in the middle of your screen. I think Ura just completely, yeah, 2 wheels on the grass, trying to brake at the same time with ABS probably going on. And then he tries to cut through bomb hole, but it's not easy to rejoin at the bomb hole for that one. Just remember having an F1 race Friday night, 50% race around Canada. Oh, that should be interesting. Do you know what weather you're going to get for it yet? And this is probably, yeah, this is the accident that the stewards are going to be looking at mostly afterwards, I feel. You got Carl. Oh no, this is a little bit earlier actually. That's the final corner. One we want to look at is this one. Yes. So we go Pure Sims car on the inside. You just see a slight bump in the road there. I'm actually going to do the iRacing controls for this one. Go on to the far chase as well. Just watch that car on the inside. It's a bit unstable, but at the same time the Audi does turn in really tight there. So in fact, an incident in the race, in my unprofessional opinion, I might actually go more towards a racing instant for that one, because both cars really put a foot wrong there, with the Audi losing control over that first curb slightly to the point that it understeers out, but also the Audi of Team Chimera, I feel, turned in a little bit too tight at the same time. Both could have gone through there a little bit cleaner with a little bit more room and gone through, but I mean, tell you what though, Kev absolutely laughing at that one. Kev loved this one. Pure Sim's fault, always was. Ross. Congratulations on your win, by the way, Ross. That was a commanding performance. I mean, that was exactly what Kev wanted to see there. He prayed for this moment, and it happened. And that was the last of the big instance, to be honest. There was a lot of battling between Carl and Jamie. The last pass happening here. Oh, is it more contact? No, just leaning on each other slightly. Carl giving Jamie plenty of room to get back on. Great racing. Look how close they're getting. Then the Honda sticks it on the inside. The Audi attempts the up and under. Not quite enough. Is he going to get anything done at Hamilton? Or Oggy? Oh no, Carl with a bit more of a defensive line through there. Cuts off the speed of the Audi. And unless the Audi's able to get a bit closer by Williams, I don't think Jamie would have had another chance to pass. Saying here there wasn't. Carl well ahead, and look at the damage on the front of that Audi as well. Front of that Audi is just not going to be feeling well, and even though the Audis do have a slight bit better throttle than the Hondas, I feel, with that much damage on the aero, never gonna catch up on that one over that short straight. Nerf Ross, please. Hey, Augustine, congratulations on the second place, Augustine. Good result, my friend. Right, have I just read that right? And Arsenal have just won the Premier League. Ugh, disgusting. Ugh. Though, to be honest, I'd rather Arsenal win it than Man City, so. Right then, there we go. A massive thank you to... Oh, no, that's not my sponsorship thing just there. Ignore that. Massive thank you to everybody on the Twitch and the YouTube side. If you are on YouTube, put a thumbs up on the broadcast. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you are on the Twitch chat right now, you can click on that YouTube link and do what I just asked very kindly for the YouTube lot to do. Put a thumbs up on there. The more, the better. A lot of links coming your way in the Twitch chat. Thanks to the broadcast. You're welcome, Augustin. And if anyone's been racing tonight and you want to watch these back, then go for it. Share these out with your teams as well. And thank you to everyone who keeps taking part in not just the races, but coming to these streams as well. I'll happily carry on doing this for each Tuesday because I enjoy just getting behind the wheel and just chilling out a little bit. In the video description below for the YouTube, you're going to find the TCR cord in there. That link's just coming up in the Twitch chat now. You'll also find information there for leagues such as ATC on Mondays, BSTV on Wednesdays, SRL on Fridays, and also on Twitch you're going to see a league just there for TCR Sunday Racing. For the Jason White League, formerly the, was it the Lame Sheep one, I think it was, or something like that? But free TCR racing on Friday, so check that one out as well. I need to put that in my YouTube description, but I haven't yet, so let me just very quickly put that in the YouTube chat. If you drive Porsche Cup or the Formula Fords, then on the Sundays they do separate leagues for those as well, on the same, just before the main event of the TCR. You alright? How we doing? Good racing today, my friend. But right, we are next live on Twitch and YouTube on Thursday as we race at the Apex League. It is at Snetterton. It is going to get violent. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but at the same time I kind of am wary, especially with how poorly Brands Hatch Indy went for us. So we're just going to race to finish. Just race to finish, and hopefully everything else will in time come to us with that one. We are going to be on the Backfire Simsport TV channel tomorrow on their YouTube channel for commentary. It's about 40 plus cars going around this very circuit. You don't want to miss it. I think it's in the sprints as well, so it's 3 lots of 20-minute races. I could be wrong though. And then Friday, the BU is back, our Pro Wrestling Universe mode on Twitch, where you get created in the game. It's AI versus AI, championships, a big spreadsheet full of wins and losses, which has been updated recently, so check it out if you haven't. It's a good laugh, even if you're not into wrestling, just to see yourself in spandex going about. I'm going to give you no more context than that. And then on Saturday, we are going to be live on these channels here for IMPC, potentially some officials, and I might put my Sim Magic Mini together and attach it to the rig as well. We'll see what happens with that one. Sunday, I haven't decided what I'm doing on Sunday yet, though I am going to be out during the day. And it's Bank Holiday Monday, so I need something to do on Monday. Give my ideas. But anyway, everyone say goodbye to the YouTube stream. We're off now. Great fun, came here to see how it looked on stream. It looked great. It looked great. Watch it again afterwards, after we finish the stream. But bye on YouTube. We're going to stay on Twitch for another 5 minutes whilst we look for somebody to throw a raid over to. Let's have a quick look. So put the end stream for YouTube. And also on the YouTube side, you're going to be thrown over to the BSTV TCR Challenge Cup broadcast. So when you get thrown over to there, just put a thumbs up on that stream as well for them. Boost the viewership up a little bit.